Hi, my name is Scott Pongratz, and my family and I live in South Africa. We currently based out of the city of Cape Town, and we lead the national church planting team for South Africa. So I'm excited today to be able to tell you about a story about one of our pastors, new pastors that we have, who's part of our group. And he came to us from one of our Bible schools in Cape Town, and he started his education there and has kind of worked his way through the process. He's currently in the process of getting his master's degree. And in the midst of all of this, he came to me about 3 months ago and said that he felt like the Lord was calling him to plant a church. I'm excited to tell you about the process that Gershon now is getting ready to walk through as a church planter and how our team comes alongside and helps him. One of the things that we do with all of the guys that come to us and say that they want to plant a church is we take them through what we call this Church Planters Boot Camp. And it is a 3-day intense program on giving them biblical instruction on how to plant a church. And so we're going to walk alongside him over the next year and walk with him as he goes from all the way from the beginning process, the dream process, all the way through to his launch Sunday when he actually plants the church. And so how we do that is there's 6 questions that we walk through with him that will help him develop who he wants to be as a church planter, talking about who he is in the great scheme of things and how God's called him and his plan for his life in planting this church. We help walk him through setting up his vision statement, his mission statement, and then actually how he's going to assess and the needs of the community where he's going to plant his church. And so we're going to walk Gershon through these 6 questions that we walk through with everybody with church planting. And a couple of those questions is who am I? And the who am I question is really helping them answer who are we, who am I, who God has called to go plant this church, and how I fit into the grand scheme of things, and how I'm just this one person out of this whole process that God specifically has called me to plant this church. And then we walk them through another question is who are we called to reach? And we walk them through the process of showing them the specific community where God has called them to go and plant this church and what the needs are of that community. And so that as he's helping to meet the need of the community, the people realize then at that point that there's more to this than just my needs being met, and then they get introduced to who Jesus is. And so the church really comes in and revolutionizes a community instead of just coming in and saying we're going to plant a church, but they help meet the needs of the community. And so we're really excited about partnering with Gershon and being able to help him and see this church planted in the Western Cape and see lives changed and transformed for God's kingdom.